And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Trap Quick Talk. And today we're going to give you a little breakdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. 5 days out. I'm very excited about this one. My type of crowd. Let's get right into the stats, man. All right, let's start with Gervonta Tank Davis. Davis is 30 years old. He is 5'5". He has a 67-inch reach. He has a record of 30 wins and 0 defeats. And now for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is 29 years old. He is 5'7" tall. He has a 68-inch reach. He has a record of 25 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. Obviously, we all know who Gervonta Tank Davis is. We know what he brings. He brings a lot of power. Right? Now, I feel like a lot of people don't know who's Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is a warrior. He's going to go in there and try to knock you out. He's always moving forward. He's very crafty. The one thing I really like about Lamont Roach is when he's throwing, he's not throwing for one. He's trying to look for 1, 2, 3, 4 punches between every exchange. He's trying to outpunch you. And that's what I really like about Lamont Roach. Gervonta Tank Davis is the opposite. He's looking for that one punch. He's very accurate. He doesn't throw a lot of volume because he's looking for that one clean punch, lights out. That's what he's a master of. Now for Lamont Roach, I think he's a little more gritty. I think he's more comfortable meeting you in the middle of the ring and just throwing. Now Tank Davis is not really gonna do that. He used to do that in his younger days, but as he got older, he's more comfortable with running around the ring and trying to make you do a mistake, and he will capitalize on that. So he's more of a counter puncher. He's very limited with his punch volume. He keeps it very low. That could be an advantage. That could be a disadvantage. For most fighters, it would be a disadvantage because you're losing a lot of rounds in the beginning, right? Now for Tank Davis, he's blessed with the power. So it's a little different for him. He could lose the first few rounds because his opponent is going to tire out and his power is still going to be there. And when he lands, it's only going to hurt more as the rounds go higher. Gervonta Tank Davis' power is only going to seem like it's increasing, but it's really that the fighter has tired out, gassed out, and he's feeling the punches more. Now for Tank Davis, like he has a he's very smart. He moves around in the beginning of the fight. He tires you out. He's playing around with you. You know, sometimes you land. Sometimes we've seen Tank Davis get outboxed completely, like with Frank Martin. But Frank Martin got tired. He started committing mistakes, and bang, Tank Davis was there to knock him out. Now for Lamont fights the same way, like Frank Martin. He's going in there trying to exchange. He's a little less defensive than Frank Martin. He's more on the front foot, and I think he commits a little more mistakes because he's just throwing. And for Frank Martin, he had a little more movement. Tank Davis is saying that Roach is better than Frank Martin. I'm a big fan of Frank Martin. You know, Frank Martin comes from the Errol Spence camp, and a lot of people like to discredit Frank Martin. But I think he's a great boxer. I would love to see him fight bigger names because I know he could prove himself. But forget Frank Martin. Let's talk about Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach has the same attitude. He brings the same type of crowd. And he's going in there trying to finish you. He only got 10 finishes, though, out of his 25 fights. So that's not looking good against someone like Tank Davis. I think the only way you could beat Tank Davis is if you hurt him throughout the fight. You have to hurt him throughout the fight. We never seen Tank Davis get rocked, get a little scared. But when he does get rocked, he gets, the opponent lands a clean punch, he gets angry and then he's just moving forward. That's the only time Tank Davis moves forward, is when he gets hit and then he's like, forget this. I'm going for the knockout. I'm going to be that dog. That's the only time I could say I see Tank Davis trying to move forward and throw his body out there. And it's pretty weird, to fight someone that if you hurt him, he's going to get mad and try to throw all his power on you is a little scary. But if you're a smart fighter, you take advantage and you take control of that. You let him pounce on you, tire him out, and then keep outboxing him in the later rounds, because now Tank is tired. But that's a lot of thinking in the fight. There's a lot of thinking, that's a lot of planning, and I don't know if Lamont Roach is up for that, because he has that dog in him. He's gonna go out there and press it on Tank, And the only way to beat Tank, if you outsmart him, you hurt him, and you get him scared to throw his game plan out, tire him out, and then keep outboxing him. I don't think you're going to knock him out, but I think you just got to get him tired and outbox him, get him frustrated. We have never really seen nobody do that, but if I was someone's coach trying to defeat Tank Davis, that's the game plan I would use. Fighters have to try something different. Make him move forward, attack the body, get him tired, and continue to outbox him. Like I said before, I think Lamont Roach got that dog in him. He's a great fighter, a great boxer. But he's going up against Gervonta Tank Davis, with somebody who's explosive, have so much power, and continue to have that power throughout the fight. I didn't even go over the fact that these guys, man, they're amateurs. They know each other very well. They trained with each other. These guys know each other, but in the boxing industry, we see that a lot. Everybody knows each other. Everybody trained with each other. If you're in this level, everybody knows each other. Tank Davis beat him twice, but it seems like that didn't do anything to Lamont Roach's confidence. He's still confident that he could go out there and knock out Tank Davis. And I like that attitude. We need that. To beat Tank Davis, we need an attitude like that. But now it's time to execute. I'm siding with Tank Davis, but I always want to see his opponents challenge him. I always want to see his opponents do something different and really shock the world. I don't mind seeing Tank Davis lose, because sometimes I like to see what boxers do after they lose. Do they just crumble, or do they get back on their feet and become champions again? As of right now, I'm siding with Tank Davis, but I'm rooting for my boy Lamont Roach. Hopefully he has some success in the fight. I wish him luck, and if he wins, congratulations. You proved me wrong, and I say that right now. But as of right now, if I had to bet my house on someone between these two guys, I'm siding with Tank Davis. So that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share, do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.